Guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Lex. If you are new here, and I would love it if you are new here, if you could take a little sampling of the content on this channel. If you like The Circle, I have done episodes 1 through 3. If you like other shows, you might find something that you like here. But take a sampling, look around, and if you do like the content, I would absolutely love it if you would like, share, comment, subscribe, support the videos. It really inspires me to keep creating. I do want to give a huge thank you to those of you guys who always support, to those of you guys who have stayed subscribed. No matter what, this YouTube channel has been a journey. I'm only 2 months into this journey, okay? So, you know, YouTube can be a really up and down journey. So I am super grateful for those of you guys who have stuck with me, stuck with the content, you know, and hey, even for those who have unsubscribed, it's cool. You gave me a chance. So that's all I ever ask, is to give the channel a chance, you know, give me a chance. If you're not feeling it, no worries. You can always head out. It is no problem there. So we're going to get into episode 4 of The Circle. So we left off on our last episode with a cliffhanger of who is the most human. They all took their ratings, and we find out that the winner is, drumroll please,
Miles!
Oh no!
Yes! Yes! It is not my job!
That's my boy, Miles.
Miles is the winner, and he didn't want to be the one, because remember, the person who gets chosen, they're gonna have to eliminate the person who they think is the least human. Now, QT slides in Miles' DM right after the results are revealed, and she congratulates him. She's like, "Young Bobby Fuego, yes! Oh my God!"
House, fire, fire, fire. It looks like everyone else sees the amazing human you are.
I'm so happy for you. Hashtag Team Fuego. I love this. Message, Young Mommy Fuego. Thank you for all the love, heart emojis.
He's like, yes, Young Mommy Fuego, Team Fuego. So he does admit that he is struggling with this decision. Like, he really didn't want to have to be the one to take the first shot. He is still kind of hung up on Steffi and thinks that Steffi may be the AI. But now he's also kind of concerned about Paul lying on him, because remember, Paul had made some kind of comment about him having a girlfriend at home while flirting with QT. So that now seems a little bit sus to him as well. So Miles, you know, everybody kind of gives their thought process on Miles being the one who gets it. Miles says he could be petty with this decision, but ultimately he really does want to be strategic with who he chooses. So Olivia realizes that she has no relationship with Miles. She doesn't talk to him, so she's like, not sure how Miles would feel. Olivia Brandon. Caress Paul realizes that she broke bro code with Paul by throwing that shot about him having a girlfriend. So now, you know, she is also like, oh my God, am I in the hot seat? Now, Kyle wants to make sure that Miles does not get Paul out, because regardless of Paul being kind of a loose cannon, Paul is part of the Bro Alliance, and right now is his biggest ally. And QT is starting to question Paul herself, because she's like, well, Miles seems really concerned about Paul, so like, should Paul be on my radar? So at this point, they have to do this activity where they have to upload a photo of when they felt the most alive.
And my artificial nature. Visually depicting relaxed rural pursuits helps substantiate this human identity. I have enjoyed.
And so everyone's going to kind of analyze these photos to see if there's any sign of anyone being an AI. So Kyle is looking through his pics, and he was gonna pick this one pic of him on a 4-wheeler in the desert, but then he realized that his wedding band is visible. And so he's supposed to be single in the circle. So he's like, oh man. And I can imagine that with picking new photos, that would probably be an issue, right? Because it's probably visible in a lot of pictures. So he ends up having to pick this like really kind of far away beach photo of him.
Like he's obsessed with himself.
It's giving lifeguard on duty. I'm sure all the girls want to be saved by you. Hashtag abs by a... What?
And QT, so they're going through everybody's photos, everybody's commenting, and Kyle's photo comes up, and QT is like, hashtag abs by AI. So she kind of throws a shot at Kyle talking about how his photo might be AI because it's so far away, and everybody is like, like that photo is kind of blurry, it's kind of far away, like you would want to probably show off that six-pack like you got a nice bod, so that's a little weird. So people start to get onto him. Now, Miles is a little bit sus of Max's photo. He's like, well, Max's photo has no emotion. There's like some cows in the background of the photo, and he's like, them cows are the only ones that have emotions in the photo. And some people do also pick up that Miles uploaded, or not Miles, sorry, Max uploaded another sunglasses photo. So it's like, that's starting to look really suspicious. And Paul's photo is a picture, Caress, her photo of Paul is a picture of her brother at like some kind of singing event. Apparently he's a rapper, he's a famous rapper, Paul Russell. I'll be honest, I don't know who this guy is. Maybe I do, maybe I know his song if I heard it. But she picks a photo of him at like a show. And people start to think that Paul's photo looks really generic. So Steffi takes a shot and she's like, I wanted to make a peace offering today, but I have no time for fake people. So
Tag next, send.
She just called him out.
Things are heating up for sure.
I don't have time for fake people.
So Steffi is taking shots at Paul, okay? Now Paul takes another shot. Paul Caress takes a shot at Steffi and it's like, Steffi, your skating photo looks like stock footage, which I ain't gonna hold you. That photo kinda did look like stock footage. So at this point, Steffi is crying. She's like, I thought today was gonna be a good day, but like people that know me IRL know my heart.
I thought today was gonna be a really good day.
If she's a real person, like that's just mean.
The people that know me, they know how kind.
And I'm like, girl, get it together, Steffi. What is we doing? Why are we crying? So Steffi pulls Olivia for a private chat, and she hopes that Olivia will know what's in her heart since everyone kind of came at her in the photo game. So she does tell Olivia Brandon that she spiraled and was a hot mess during the game. But at this point, Olivia Brandon asks Steffi who she thinks that Miles would or should send home. And, you know, everyone is a little sus about Kyle. That's what she says, that everyone was a little sus about Kyle because of his really far away photo. But she also mentions the person that wants her out, which is Paul. So Olivia and Miles also have a private chat. And at this point, Olivia Brandon is like, I really need to step up for Steffi. Like, I really want her to stay. She's my ally. So Olivia does talk about how she feels bad for Steffi, and Miles asks Liv who she's sussing out kind of besides Steffi at this point. So at this point, Lauren also wants to have a chat with Miles.
With Olivia and Miles.
Message. Yo, Liv. Lauren was DMing me for a private chat. I figured let's just put it out in the open. Hashtag we got nothing to hide.
Actually do the same thing. Like, she's like, I'm not as suspicious of Steffi as everyone else, so I kind of want to talk to Miles and see where his head's at with that. And Lauren, so they invite Lauren into the chat, and I just thought it was funny because Miles like, look, I want you to keep it a buck. And Lauren's like, I've never heard that saying before. What is keep it a buck? I'm like, this girl is so like, you've never heard the phrase keep it a buck? I don't know. Anywho, Lauren is also trying to defend Steffi, and she says like, look, I at first, due to kind of like the hive mind, was kind of starting to get sus of Steffi. However, I don't want to go against go with everyone and what they thought. I want to go with my original thought process, which is that I didn't really think that Steffi was that suspicious. So at this point, they have another game called You Robot. And basically in this game, they all just have to tell Miles who they think is the robot, okay? They just have to come flat out and say who they think is the robot and why. So Lauren chooses Paul as the robot because she said she's going with her gut. Paul chooses Steffi because she talks about the same thing over and over, which is horoscopes, which I think is funny. They are all hinging on this horoscope thing from like 2-3 episodes ago at this point. And it's like they claim that she's always talking about horoscopes, which is so strange because I feel like at least in these like latter episodes, we have not seen Steffi talk about horoscopes again, but maybe I'm just tripping. So Max comes up with a response that kind of goes along with the crowd, of course, because he's the AI. So he's like, I'm gonna choose Steffi and also say because of the horoscopes. Cool. And someone does point out that Max always kind of gives I think it was QT maybe that points out that Max always gives the answer that goes along with the crowd. And I was like, girl, give me more. I thought she was about to say that's sus, but she didn't go anywhere with that thought. She was just like, yeah. So Cassie also chooses Steffi because at this point she wants more from Steffi. She feels like she has conversations with Steffi that are very surface level, so she wants her to go deeper. Now, QT chooses Steffi because of inconsistencies and her robotic tone, also kind of alluding to the horoscopes. So Steffi says Kyle because his photos are duplicates and they're too far away to see if he's real. And I was like, that's good. I'm surprised not. I mean, I think everyone's still going with the hive mind of Steffi, but I was like, it's good to see somebody else is thinking outside the box. I mean, look, Kyle for the photo game. That photo was a little far away, Kyle. And Olivia chooses Kyle as well because he didn't show off his six-pack in the photos. Like, he has a nice body, so why would you not want to show that off? So at this point, Kyle and QT have their first chat because at this point, they have never spoken before. And
Get to know each other. Send message.
I have hashtag AI abs. Oh my gosh. Okay.
Whatever she says after this, I will find out if
I was fine with never talking to QT, but like, I don't know, you kind of threw a shot at me saying I had AI generated abs, so I just want to get to know you, I guess. So QT claims that the reason why she made that AI abs statement is because she just wanted to spice up the group chat. She just wanted to give some laughs. She claims it was nothing malicious. That's her claim, at least. But Kyle's like, I don't really think that's funny. Like, your main man, Miles, is the one that's choosing. So if you're saying stuff like that, it may sway Miles. So they kind of leave their conversation off on that. Sorry, yeah. They kind of leave their conversation off on that. And Max and Miles have a chat, and then Paul is also brought into it as a group chat. So Paul is trying to, basically they're like, let's try to suss out Paul or bring him further into the Bro Alliance. We don't really know yet what's gonna happen. So they straight up, or Miles, I should say, straight up asks Paul if he is the AI. Like, he's like, are you the AI? And he says that, you know, he did do some shady shit. Like, you were shady, you did throw shots for no reason. So can you explain why you did that? So Paul gives like a very vague and generic answer like, oh yeah, Steffi is the AI, you know, you my bro code, like no explanation. There's no explanation for why he thinks Steffi is the AI. He just says simply, Steffi's the AI, you're my bro. And Miles is like, this is giving me nothing. It's giving me zero. Like, what is going on at this point? So Max is not talking at this point in the chat. Like, Max has stayed completely silent, and then he heads out. He just leaves the chat. I was like, nobody thinks that's sus? That Max said zero and then just left? And then we get a blurb that the reason why Max chose that decision was because he wanted to give an aura of mystery and make himself seem like mysterious, you know, to kind of make him seem real. I was like, nobody. Like, them three didn't think that was weird at all. So Max just leaves. Miles is more confused than ever, and that's that on that. So it is time for Miles' decision. He is contemplating at this point. He is going through the list of why he thinks it could be anyone that it could be. And it's really looking like the top contenders are Kyle, Paul, and Steffi still. Like, those are just the three that really seem to be giving Miles the So he has to go in person to block the person. So we leave off on a cliffhanger. We see Miles rolling down the hallway to talk to someone, and I'm guessing it was Steffi. That's my guess, but we're gonna have to see when the next batch of episodes are released. So that is it, guys. That is episode 4. So finally, let me know what you guys think, okay? We can talk about all the episodes now. I am caught up. If you're watching this, I'm supposing you're caught up. So let me know in the comments. Who do you think got blocked? Do you think that someone is playing a good game? Do you think Miles is playing a good game? Who do you think is the worst player right now? I think Caress by far is the worst player. I ain't gonna hold you. I think Caress Paul is doing real bad. real bad. Actually, Caress's brother, I'll insert the TikTok if I can, but he made this funny TikTok where he was like, when I see my sister on TV losing the bag in my honor or something like that. I'll throw the TikTok in the end of this if I can find it, but that was funny. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. We will be back with the next set of episodes next week. Now, I am going to Puerto Rico next weekend because it is my birthday on next Sunday, the 28th. So if the eps are a little late, just give me some grace. I'm actually gonna try to get everything recorded before I leave. I'm gonna try to have it all up for you guys. But if one comes out on like Tuesday, just know, okay, I was in Puerto Rico. I was having a good birthday. But thank you guys so much for watching, so much for listening. As I said, you guys are awesome. Thank you guys so much for all of your support. And I will talk to you guys in the next video. Bye.
Everybody's catfishing online, so why not me? I'm coming into the circle and I'm playing my younger brother, Paul.
And the beat never stops for Catfish Paul, who's starting another chat. This one with newbie Corey Tyler.
Okay. This is nuts. Paul has invited you to a chat. Oh my gosh, Paul, what do you want to talk about? Circle, take me to the chat with Paul.
Message. I must be living the life right now. Quality time with QT. What's good, girl? How you feeling? Word on the street?
Things are about to get spicy for you. This is so awkward.